Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody to the No BSDUO show. We are so excited to have you guys here today. Come on in, family. We have an amazing experience geared just for you. Now, I know you guys have been watching because I've been watching as well. All of the posts that has been going down inside of the group. We have an amazing person here with an amazing story. I know you're like, why is this amazing? Because it really is. So go ahead, sit back, go ahead and invite, go ahead and share this love, share this live, because we think there is going to be some things that you never heard before going on inside of the experience. Sit back, relax, because it starts now.
Good
Hey.
evening. Good evening.
Hey,
Oh my goodness. Good evening. Forget, baby, it's windy and cold. Yeah, it's windy and cold outside. Did they make a song about it?
mm.
Mm-hmm. That song got canceled culture. Don't sing that song.
Oh,
Remember, because
Oh,
she was like, "What's in this drink?" and he ain't want to tell her. Don't sing that song.
mm-hmm.
Don't sing that
Okay.
song.
I need what's in that drink because it's cold
Me
outside.
too.
Lord have mercy.
Cold
So, as
outside.
you see, it's about to be that type of night. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. This is
Come
the
on
time you
in.
really want to
Come
tell
on in.
everybody that we really have a treat tonight. And what better time than the love month, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Are we still in love? Are we, or is the 14th it?
Oh no, I'm still in love.
Yeah.
You guys know for my 14 days of love, So I've done my 14 days of love for Kanaya, which was
Oh,
absolutely awesome because I do it every year. And this year I was not going to do it because she's so up in age. She's 19, but the Facebook family has convinced me to still do it because they appreciate it as much. And I didn't know how much I loved it until I did it this year. So, yep, still there. And I love y'all. So,
yeah, we love you too.
Yay.
Because you know you are sunshine. We
Yes.
love you so much. You know what time it is. It's
so
time.
definitely it's still working for me. So,
Yeah. And you know what time it is, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's time for you to show some love for our people with the hospitality department.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the No BS Duo Show family. We have such an amazing experience for you guys that that's all I can say. right? So just know that right now we are streaming live on all of our YouTube channels. No matter which channel you are coming in under, we are there. So make sure if you come in there as well that you just say hello. If you are coming in under social media, you are coming in under the know. That is the KNOW BS Show. Also under our sister chat. So my sisters, my brothers, make sure you allow StreamYard to say your name because we gonna want to know your name tonight, okay? And to all of my vibe tenders, hey y'all, cheers, welcome, 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 and thank you for coming in. Don't forget that tonight after this, like immediately after this, it will go on our podcast, and we are streaming on all major streaming podcast apps. And do not forget that if we get disconnected in any type of way, you can head on over to the No BS Duo Show. We are the .com. Make sure you guys check that out, okay? So we are there, tkbsdsproductions.com. Sit back, relax. We're going to have an amazing experience, and uh, hopefully, you guys will enjoy it as much as we do. Welcome.
Trust me, they are definitely going to enjoy this experience
I
tonight
know.
I
because
know.
of course y'all know I don't never go to sleep. I take naps, right? And it just so happened I was on a binge moment, as you guys call it. And
Mhm,
in my binging and catching up on my movies, I came across this post that came up while I was watching Roku. I got a
mhm,
Roku TV. So you got the Roku free channels.
mhm.
And it was this clip that came up that said never heard. I was like, never heard. What's that? And then I really became intrigued because I saw Bow Wow on it and his dad. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. So let me go peep in, see what this is all about. But little did I know that
Wait, pause. That's not Bow Wow, Mia.
it's not Bow Wow, Romeo.
That's Scratch. Rewind.
I was
Well, you
waiting
know,
to
You
I
was
I was
always
sleep.
waiting
know
You
to
was
use
you was
you know
sleep.
what it
the
is.
That
reference.
wasn't a nap. That was sleep.
Well, look, I got the point in the movie, but I knew who it was in the end because Romeo is the cute little one, and Bow Wow is the light skinned one. I get them, but they both came out at the same
No me.
time. You know what? Even then, I always used to confuse the two of them, but I knew who I was talking about. Y'all just didn't know.
Let's X the characters out for a moment and let's just talk about how amazing the movie
Well,
was.
anyway, when I saw Romeo up on the
What?
screen, I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. So I opened it up, and like I was saying, it was more to what was beyond the title.
Mhm,
And it was like one experience, one surprise after the next.
mhm.
This is one of those movies where you didn't know what you was going to do or how you was going to feel because you felt everything. You screamed, you cried, you got goosebumps, you jumped. It was like it fit every category, but mainly, most importantly, it hit life.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hi, Aspen. Thank you so much for coming in. It was just so good.
Yes, it
It was,
was.
and one of the things that, and I've actually seen it before, so I will watch y'all. I am a binger. Well, y'all know I am a binger, so I will watch, 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 and then when it was stated, this is what we have to watch, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I've seen this before, but the
Mhm.
whole storyline is absolutely amazing, and I feel like it's so relatable in
Yes.
Yeah,
almost everyone's life. That each character that
Yes.
is there is definitely a relatable character in
yes.
someone's family and
Yes.
someone's life and with someone's friend. So
Mhm.
I just all around absolutely, absolutely enjoyed it. I do know the people names.
Uh, uh.
So,
I know I treat artists' names just like I treat artist songs. I don't know them. I don't know their words, but I know the beat.
so
Let's
Okay.
keep it 100 with me. Okay?
100.
Y'all know what's coming when y'all coming. Y'all be like, don't just forget it, bro, because it's Shauna. She don't know no better. Just it's Shauna, y'all.
so Cuzzo, how did you feel about it? Did you see it before like me? Or was that your
No.
first time?
Why she gonna push me out? I didn't do anything. I don't have to be solo tonight. Like I can be in the group fold.
Talk, lady, and tell them how you felt.
It was, she said it was my first. I answered her question. It was my first time watching it, and I agree with everything you guys said. That yes, it was a moment that made you cry. There's definitely relatable characters. Um, I did kind of see a little bit of it before, but I can't remember. It's like, you know how you flip through movies or you fall asleep and you wake up and it's like a different thing. So I know I saw it before, so I did watch it the other day while I was at work. Thank you for letting me be able to watch it while I was at work, because it was one of those days and it helped me get through that day. So, and then you're talking on mute.
I'm excited. What can I say? What really got me was how relatable it was. I thought it was a movie that was just done, and it wasn't. It's like it's been out here for a minute, and I'm like, why
Right.
did I hear about this?
Yeah,
Right.
But nevertheless, everything has its timing of release.
exactly.
And
For
I
someone at
believe,
a specific time.
yes, and I believe this is the release of this seed, because if we never needed this message before, we
Mm-hmm.
truly need it now. It hit some major, major, major points
Hmm.
that I believe is going to be beneficial and helpful for everyone that watches tonight and for everyone who passes it. This is almost going to be like how the Jehovah Witness tracks were. We didn't like the tracks, but it found its way to where it needed to get to at that specific designated point. So this is going to be a Destiny show experience tonight. So we're going to ask you, and we're going to give you a little information really quickly. For all of you who are watching via YouTube, this content will end. It will not display the entire experience in its entirety. But what you can do is go to the .com and see the remainder. Why? Because of copyright reasons, and Mr. Josh Weber has his own personal page, we're going to be showing some independent clips tonight that has been provided with the approval of Mr. Josh. But unfortunately, it's not our creation. So in order to make sure that we
Look at my hand up like I'm in school. The-
Right.
Does Mr. Josh also have a do we have his YouTube page, or maybe so we can also connect them
Yes,
to
we will. And we
follow?
will connect with him so that everyone will be able to see this interview on his page as well, which will come on after the show.
Okay.
So, with that being said, not unless he can provide us me with a quick link, now I could probably go ahead and stream it onto his page live. But anyway, you know how we do. We make it work. We make it happen. But as I stated, you want to go here, you can go there, or if you're watching Facebook Live, you can find us here. And we're going to make sure that we present you with why this flower needs to bloom and why we are glad that we are being granted the opportunity to help it in its growth. So, are you guys ready for this experience to start?
Yes, I am
Absolutely.
definitely ready.
Well, without further ado, it gives us great pleasure to bring Mr. Weber all the way from, yeah, his side of town. And we're going to show him just a little sisterly love right here in Philly. So as we bring him in, Mr. Weber, thank you for coming and welcome to the No BSDUO
Hello.
show. Let us move over.
Hey
Let us make
guys.
some room for you. Let us make some room for you. Let me make some room for you. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Hello, Mr. Weber.
Thank you
Hello.
for
Hello.
joining us.
So
Well,
how
Thank
thank
you
are
you
for
you?
so,
having
so
me.
much for coming. I know I done said it like a gazillion times, but just thank you so, so much for being here and joining in our experience tonight. So I want to thank you again. And I'll probably say it like 5 times. But thank you for taking your time out tonight to be here with us.
Yes,
Happy
it
to
gives
be
us
here.
great
Thank you.
pleasure. Great, great pleasure. It was funny because when I reached out to him, he immediately responded. I was like, yo, that was fast. Whew, okay. He said yes. All right. Okay. So with doing our homework, what we do is we like to find information that we believe that is going to be great. So because I cannot put you up like you probably deserve, I'm going to bring you up and let you tell everyone who is Mr. Josh Weber.
Hello, everyone. I am a independent filmmaker, director, producer, and a lover of film, and I'm here to tell stories and create movies, and hopefully have an impact on people's lives as I grow and blossom through life.
Well, that in a nutshell, that tells it. How long have you been doing this?
Roughly 10 years. Roughly 10 years. Yeah.
And I understand you worked with
Um,
some great people.
yeah, all the time. I'm blessed to work with all different types of people through my career, and yeah, it's been a great journey so far.
So
So
10 years, I'm sorry, go ahead, Sean.
no, no, go.
So 10 years, a lot of people say sometimes when things happen that, it was an overnight success because to them, that's what they see. But for 10 years in the mud and trying to get it together, what was your what is your why? What was your reason for saying this is my love, this is my passion? Because there's something absolutely different when you're an independent artist or an independent producer or an independent filmmaker. It's so much harder for you guys. So, before we get into the amazing um story right or the movie that you put out there, what was your reason for continuing to go and continuing to press?
You know what? I just feel like film has been calling me through my entire life, and my why has been um, almost like yes, there's lots of other options, but I just feel a true passion for storytelling, and I can't seem, I'm involved in a few other businesses as well, but where I find my drive for life, and what truly motivates me is making movies. So, knowing that early on, I just kind of used the passion to continue to push me through the hard times, and I'm thankful for it.
So if you don't mind me, you being so modest, may I just name a few working for corporate clients such as Warner Brothers, Sony Pictures, DreamWorks, McDonald's, General Motors, and my favorite one that got me in trouble with my last kid, Red Bull. I'll tell y'all about that story one day, maybe not. But anyway, so yeah, you worked with some very good spaces and then you decided to go independent.
Absolutely, yeah. I had a quite successful commercial career as well early on, and then I just chose to focus very much on independent film. As again, I kind of operate from things that inspire me, and I felt as though finding great stories and working with really talented actors is what inspires me. So I chose to pivot and focus more on that. And I still work with different labels and distributors as partners to release content. And yeah, it's been a wonderful journey.
Great.
So I
So
have a question. So
yeah.
were
Sure.
there was a commercial, well, there is a commercial, and it's a dad, he's washing clothes, and his daughter keeps going under the house. And he keeps looking for her, trying to find out where she is, where she's going, and she comes out dirty all the time. And then there's another part of the commercial where she goes in the back of the house, and he's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "She's looking for stuff." So she's like an explorer. But the commercial is like a game commercial. But my point is, were you the kid, because you're so passionate about your art and independency and everything, were you the kid who used to run around the house or in school, be that Inspector Gadget or play by yourself and start making little characters and starting little plays in school and nobody knew what you were doing? And then, you had that mom or that grandma was like, just leave him alone. He has a great imagination. He's going to tell some great stories. Was that you?
Uh, Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I definitely was the kid who found himself in detention every day and was playing with crayons and just coming up with stories on my own and certain things. Maybe maybe I was the kid who was trying to light the house on fire underneath the house or something like that. I was a little bit of a troublemaker. But yeah, no, definitely. I always had like a wild imagination and I was constantly just entertaining myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Because you
talk
have to have
about
that imagination in order to put it on paper and make it come to life like it is. Like you have to really be involved in it. It's not something that happens overnight. Not to me. It has to be something you just constantly think. Like your mind is constantly going and going and going and going, and then you get that pen and paper and just explodes all over the pen and paper.
Yeah, it does, absolutely. And I like to adapt work and film is very much a collaborative process. So, you build ideas with people and one idea builds another idea and you get inspired by things and so that's the best part about the medium is, you never know where your inspiration will come from.
so talking about inspiration and where did it come from? Where did Never Heard come from?
So it was originally a stage play in San Diego by a girl named Tamara Hill, and a partner of mine, this guy Tony White. He came to me with the stage play story, and he said, "Look, I really think we should turn this into a movie." And I gravitated to it because the core root of the film, or at least to me, was what happens when you have a child without any guidance or a father figure. And I very much know that story personally, as that was my upbringing. And thankfully at a later stage I got a chance to meet my father, and he made a lot of impactful changes within my path. And I felt that I felt like it was a story that I could tell, and a story that I could find a lot of passion for. And then we spent some time developing it into a screenplay, and then before you know it, we were into production.
Wow.
So is Tony happen to be related to Brian?
Tony's not related to Brian, but they share the same last name. Yep.
Okay, okay. So if any of y'all
Yeah.
probably like, why is she calling out names like she personally know these cats? So for anybody who knows, Brian White is one of the actors that was in this movie called Never Heard. And he also was in Stomp the Yard. Some of y'all remember him as the guy from Stomp the Yard. He also was in the movie with Tyler Perry with what was the one was it Deeds? That was Deeds, right? Where with the maid that ended
Yeah.
up working inside and he was the brother.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, Brian's been in countless movies. He's quite the superstar for sure.
But your biggest superstar that really caught my attention was Karen.
Karen
How
Abercrombie, yeah, she's great.
yes.
Karen.
Lord have mercy. That woman right there. Woo! So how was that working with them? Like working with that cast, how was it?
Oh, I mean, the cast was phenomenal. The cast was like a dream cast. We really we took the stance that with each character in the movie, we wanted to get somebody that was recognizable to help. I just feel like audience perception when they see somebody that they know or they recognize, it really enhances the film. So we actually wrote in that grandmother role specifically for Karen. Yes,
Wow.
because Tony was very much an orchestrator in regards to casting, and he would bring me certain cast members and tell me why he thought that they were really important to what we were putting together and how they fit, and then we would find ways to, if there wasn't a specific role in there for them, we would find a way to either adapt a role
Mhm.
or create a new character.
Wow.
So I'm grateful for first the stage play. I'm grateful for that because that led to the vision of the movie, and I'm
Mhm.
so and for many who go by names to go see, you're really missing out on it. But I'm so glad that those names were there and in place to bring people in because the message was so astounding. So if
Mhm.
we have to pull you in by throwing these people inside, the message will still be absolutely awesome. So
Mhm.
I'm not taking away from them and I'm not taking away from their credibility, but your style of creating the entire or piggybacking off of was absolutely amazing. So it could have
Mhm.
been anyone that played those roles. The message
Right.
behind it. There's a message behind the movie. Shona always says there's a message behind the music. There's a message behind the movie, and a
Mhm.
amazing message behind the movie. And Grandmom just rocked. Who doesn't want to pray
Yeah.
in Grandmom?
But
Exactly.
but not only that, and why I really applaud you hard
Hmm.
on not saying, like you said, it wasn't really about Karen or the name, but because the impact of the spiritual hit that Karen brings in
Hmm.
Mhm.
everything she do, it was like you was like,
Excuse
this is Karen right here. Let me write this in. Somebody call Karen.
me.
Somebody get Karen. I need Karen to be over in lot 5. And she just came and she
It was
brought
amazing.
exactly what you
It was
wanted.
amazing. It's
Right.
amazing.
And so the name of the movie is called Never Heard. And before we get too much indulged, and yes, she gave you a special wave, Dad. My father has walked in the building. If y'all noticed, Val got really excited and did her little, yeah, that's her. You know how Carol Burnett used to go, I'm glad we had this time together. And she was talking to somebody when she pulled on her ear. When she gets excited, she does the special hit for Daddy. So Daddy's in the house.
Hey, Dad.
Right.
Hello, Keith. Welcome in, Keith, and welcome again, Trees. Yes, the name of the movie is called Never Heard.
Yes.
Before we started talking about the movie, um, we talked about what Never Heard meant, and when we heard it and when we saw it, was like, never heard what?
Right.
And when you see these clips, you're gonna find out what was the what and why it is so empowered that you become inspired to push this movie out after this experience.
But
I
can we
was.
just stay back on how it came out in 2018, but it's so pertinent to everything that's going on right now?
Honey, okay?
So
Can we
we're
talk about
talking 4 years behind, but at
Yeah.
a pivotal moment right now, and not just specific moments, but never heard. There's so many things in there that
So
we
many.
as a people never heard.
Yeah.
Not even just talking about grandmom or Diggy. I love Diggy. Hi, Diggy. I love Diggy. So just the young man, the things that he's never heard, or the mom, the things that she never heard, or the father, the things that he never heard, even down to going into the prisons and the things that they have never heard. There's so many things that we have never heard that it's so many nuggets that's
Mhm.
dropped in this 4-year old experience that is just
Mhm.
absolutely awesome. So,
So
Absolutely.
again, I applaud your eyes on this. I mean, I felt the spirit literally through every part of this
Mhm.
movie. So I believe we can start. What you think, guys? Should we start
yeah,
breaking this thing down?
So
yeah.
before we do, we need to let our viewers know to get your tissue. If you have your makeup, get your pads because it's going to start running. So I don't know where you're watching us at. So make sure that you're in a place where your appearance may change, that you're still okay to continue the experience with us.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
not only that, remember, if you're looking versus YouTube right now, this experience is about to end for you right here. But you will be able to see the remainder of this when you go to Josh Weber. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe Josh Weber on YouTube and find out more about what Mr. Weber is doing because this is not the end for Mr. Weber. He just got it started.
Yes.
And so has this experience. So you can rush over to the .com, pick us up there under the live link and we're right there. Or if you're listening on Facebook, don't you move. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And when we return, boy, do we have something for you.
I'm gonna get my tissues too, Aspen.
Yeah,
Aspen got tissues.
I think you need to go get it
Get my
right back now. We be
I
right
already
back,
got
y'all.
mine.
We are on with Josh Weber and the phenomenal creator of Never Heard. Be right back.
I feel like busting loose, busting loose. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, get it, y'all said. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, hit it, y'all said. Give me the big time.
If you want to create a drop, release your new song with a pop, do you need an exciting intro for your video, promote your business, products, or shows? Contact us for customized digital video packages. For more details, email us at tkbsds.org@gmail.com.
Y'all, the